Yo YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Salvationselite. We're back with another video, guys. Man, I love Black Ops 4. Don't you guys? I hope you guys do. But man, today, as you guys can see from the title, we are doing Learn from the Pros Hardpoint on Arsenal. Man, Arsenal is such a great map. It's probably my favorite map so far in competitive. I think it's a lot of people's favorite map. It has a really nice flow, feels good, and it's a lot of fun. You can be pretty creative on it, especially in search. I really enjoy it a lot. And man, I have nothing to complain about. But if you guys didn't check out my last video, actually, the last video on the channel was a spawns video for Hacienda. And I thought it was a really cool video. I was pretty excited about it. So if you guys want to go check that out, that'd be awesome. Let me know what you guys think about that. And if you guys want more of those spawns videos in the future, because I think they're pretty important and they help give a good picture and understanding for like what positions you guys need to be in for certain hills and things like that. The other thing again would be the community tournament, which I've been, talking about a little bit lately, quite a bit lately, to be honest. That is going to be probably on January 12th. So get that ready. Right now the details aren't really set in stone yet, and I probably won't like solidify the details until after CWL Vegas, so about a month from now. I know this is like way down the road, but I want to make sure you guys are aware of it and ready for it and excited for it. It's going to be awesome. I posted about it in the community post a few days ago if you guys didn't see that. And yeah, I'll be talking a lot about that on Twitter and get you guys' opinions on what you guys want to do. So with that said, we can finally hop into the video. Sorry about the long intro. Let's slide me up to the corner. Ooh. Oh yes, now I'm feeling good. But Arsenal Hardpoint is a really different type of hardpoint than some of the maps that we've seen, especially some of the other maps on Black Ops 4. It plays really interesting, and we're just gonna hop right into the gameplay actually here. This is from Karma's POV in the stream. This is the 2K Optic versus LG in the semifinals. This was last night, Sunday night. Tonight, is the finals, but I wanted to get this video out today, so that's why we're doing it like this. So if you guys aren't sure what what specialists to run in Hardpoint or whatever, these are the ones that Optic are running. So Karma's running Ruin, Scump is running Crash, Crim is running Recon, Dashy's running Profit, and TJ is running Battery. So I like the picks. I can't dispute those. Let's just kick it off here on the first hill, right off the rip. You guys can see off the break how Optic sets up. They send 4 mid, then they're kind of all playing on those head glitches. One on the right side head glitch, one on the left side head glitch, and then one pushing up basically to the back side of the hill there, while Karma plays the window side, trying to get some control on that side, because on a lot of hills on this map, holding that window side, those turrets, is extremely important and can give you a lot of map control and give you a big advantage throughout the map. So first of all, that's something you need to note off the rip. In general, it's important to control turrets. Here's the situation right at the end of this mid hill where LG's trying to kind of push for those last, those last garbage time points, but Karma's trying to hold this for the rotation, before the rotation. So look at this patience that he has here. So he knows that there's a guy above him in window, but instead of turning around and trying to challenge that right away, which a lot of young early on players would try to do, they would get that call out, there's a guy top window, and then immediately turn around and try to like get an angle on him or challenge him or something like that. But watch how Karma does it. He gets that call out and then he points back towards the lobby entry and actually picks off that next kill, then turns around and helps secure that kill in window, locking down that rotation for him, giving them a lot of points on this hill and the upcoming hill. So awesome plays from Karma. It's an absolutely veteran move, a really good play from the vet that is Karma, the 3-time champion. But yeah, good play there. I wanted to highlight that before we moved on. So let's take a look here at this rotation. This is immediately following Karma's work here underneath the window in mid. He does a fantastic job on this rotation here with Optic as a whole. So they got one sitting at the front of the new hill, which is in Scrapyard, and then they got 2 sitting up on that right side overlooking that statue side, and then they have Karma in mid. So they immediately know that most of LG is pushing on that statue side. So let's just watch together how Karma is able to call that out, communicate with his teammates. Really good communication here from Optic and Karma in general, and then able to secure that back spawn, kind of where the mantises are. Some call it mantis, some call it like warehouse spawn. The calls are still trying to get figured out here globally, but and then they're able to secure that spawn and then rotate into hill. And the setup's just really nice, really clean from Optic. So let's watch it right here.
They're all going right. They're going right.
I'm sitting in the back.
Two front kitchen.
I got you.
Two front kitchen.
There's 2 hitting
Hitting outskirt right now.
I'm camping this.
One shot, 2 kitchen.
I got your help.
One's going backside kitchen. Backside kitchen. They're going around.
Another one, Matt's in the corner.
I got
Nice, they're all front.
Yo, whoever's front, hold it back. Okay, never mind.
They could go left. They could go left. I need them up front.
So then you can see immediately now Optic has an awesome setup here over in Junkyard, where they got all these guys pushing up, controlling that turret side while still watching mid, watching that flank, anchoring the spawn. I mean, that's fantastic. Based, you know, textbook work from Optic here to secure that spawn and then rotate to the new hill. Good stuff from Optic Gaming. So a real quick tip here for just this map specifically is that you can play out of bounds pretty effectively in a few areas on this map. And one of those is specifically right here, where you can hop over that fence and play the out of bounds and try to get an angle on these guys, you know. And that's what Karma was doing. That's what LG was trying to do. And that works also in that back L on that right side of warehouse. That works as well. So, you know, there's a few places you can play. It's worth remembering if you ever in a pinch and need to make a play. So there's not too much here again for this scrap hill right now, but the biggest thing to remember is just you need to control that turret. That's where the guys will be coming from most often, and so it'll be important to have control up there on turret while still anchoring the spawn, which is what Optic's doing so well in this situation. So again, just keep that in mind, do that. So okay, so let's skip forward a little bit here to when Optic's rotating to this third hill. I just want to show you guys how they rotate so well together as a pack. It doesn't totally work right off the bat here, but I just want to show you the theory of how they're rotating together is pretty nice. They're rotating together in a pack, but they go around corners one at a time. So one goes and then immediately the next one follows, trying to trade those kills around the corners. And then I want to show you right here how Karma, you know, again, plays a nice ability here to peek that corner, get the kill, play his life, get back around the corner, you know, med up, play his life, play with his teammates. A lot of good stuff. I think a younger player there might want to try to ego challenge and stick it out and try to gun that guy off the heady. But I mean, 95% of the time you're not getting that kill. But I think a lot of younger newbie players might try to do that. And so for you newbies out there, don't do that. Don't do that. Play like Karma, man. Okay, just it's as simple as that. So now we're moving forward again to the next hill, the turret hill. And I want to show you here how Optic, well, and specifically Karma, does a great job of securing the spawns and then playing the power positions here. So let's watch this clip real quick, and then we can talk about it.
Okay, watch our back.
Two here, three there, three there.
I'm about to get streaks.
Yeah, easy. Just spawn.
I'll watch out back, Teach, behind you.
Turn around.
I'm come behind him, window
late. Window dead. Nice, good job.
I'm going to hold front,
Window pierce. Yeah, I'm rotating with you. I'm still holding mid.
I'm just getting all these points. We're getting all these points.
Go. I got this.
Damon, I'm holding.
Yo, getting us points.
John's here, I backed up.
Okay.
I think they're all front. I didn't see anything mid.
Yeah, no one in the back. No one in the back.
Three front.
Probably around the back,
One shot.
John's window dead. Front door. Nice.
Karma spawns up. He originally is like, okay, I'm gonna control mid, but then he realizes, oh wait, we need to secure spawns. So he runs through the back, make sure that spawn is good, so that once his teammate spawns there, he's like, okay, we got spawns, we're good. So then immediately, right when he realizes, okay, we got spawns, he's like, I'm rotating. Rotates over to the new hill, and again, that's where him and Krim play, I think it was Krim, play great together, where he calls out John's here, then he goes, watches top, gets that kill top, then plays bottom and is able to, you know, get that call out, get assist, get that trade for the team, and secure that next spawn and that next hill right off the bat. So, I mean, Karma's ability to immediately recognize when to rotate and when to move and when to control those spawns and when to push forward, it's things that you'll slowly pick up when you keep playing and the more that you watch these guys. But right there's a prime example of how good and important it is to know the spawns and then know when to rotate to the next hill. So immediately right after he dies here, he realizes again that they kind of pushed up a little bit too far and that somebody could be coming on that flank on that right side. So right when he dies, he's like, yo, watch the back, and then he spawns up and does that job to secure those spawns. And again, another veteran move from Karma where he makes sure that they got those spawns. He runs back into Mantises, he confirms that they're good there, and then he pushes forward and tries to get those guys on the flank over at L. And you know, it doesn't specifically work this time where he dies, but he gets the call outs, and again, big help for his team to secure that time there. And you can't ask too much more from a guy like Karma in that situation. I mean, that's something, again, you're gonna have to keep realizing is how to secure those spawns when it's necessary to go back and look at those spawns. And that's just really good mini-map awareness. It's important to understand that map control and understand those spawns where if you're pushed up to a certain distance, they could spawn behind you. And that's what Karma was worried about there. Just again, safe plays from Karma, good communication from Karma, and that's all you can ask for. So again, this is just a really good segment of plays here from Karma. Right after he dies, he spawns back up. And so you can see where he spawns. He spawns in junk, where a lot of guys might just push through that middle door and try to push right into hill. Karma's like, no, I need to rotate through spawn. Again, clearing the spawn, anchoring for his team. And in a situation like this, there's usually not a set anchor. It's not like just one guy's anchoring the spawn. It's a lot of times who's the last person up, who's the last person to spawn is the one whose responsibility it is to anchor the spawn. And To define this, I didn't define this earlier, but anchoring the spawn just means that you're securing the spawn. You're making sure that your team is spawning where they should be spawning. That's what anchoring the spawn means. And so Karma here spawns up, and instead of rotating, going through mid to the hill, he rotates all the way through the spawn and then to the backside, and it pays off for him. He gets the kills he needs to get, and they win the rest of that time for the hill. This is the last clip here, but I want to highlight Karma's in-game leadership and his ability to understand the game, understand spawns, and understand those rotations, and understand how to hold a hill like this. So Karma calls out this communication. Yo, I'm holding right. You guys go left. You guys flood left. I'll hold right. He picks up this right side of the map on statue side and locks that thing down, man. He does a great job, gives his teammates the time he needs to hold that side and for them to be able to push forward. And just, again, important that he communicated that with his team, not just doing it, but communicating it, and that let his team maximize that position. And again, convert those and again, convert that map control into time and points on the board. And that's the leadership that Karma brings, and that's something that I know that you guys can bring to the table. With your ability to understand the map positioning and team positioning, and those types of things. Again, you just have to keep learning, understanding. You know, take it in like osmosis, man. Osmosis. That was not a word I thought I'd be using today in this video, but you know, it's gotta be like osmosis. It just seeps into you the more you watch and you learn and you play. So let's just watch that clip right here.
Two lobby. They're both pillars.
I'm gonna pick up window.
26, yo. I have hold left, stack left. I have right. Right, dead.
Yeah, do that. Good place.
Yo, lobby, one shot.
They're gonna stack left because I'm right.
Dude, what the fuck?
One shot,
They're going left.
They're all going left. They're all going left.
I'm calling my heli right now.
Yeah, hold lobby. I got the back. I got the back.
Yo, John's outside the map. I got one. One more at ult. You grapple outside the map. Absolute hill. Gunless going lobby. Gunless going lobby.
No, he went window.
Oh, fuck it, Kai, you said.
Lobby,
Yo, jump down the hill, John.
He grabbed spike. He's pushing to the back in the corner. Bind you, Damien. Bind you.
One shot on the back. He's back middle somewhere.
Spawn out, guys. One's in the back still.
But yeah, guys, again, Karma did a fantastic job there. Props to him, and I know you guys can do that as well. So with that said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. I really do appreciate it, man. It means a lot to me. I love seeing all the support on the channel. My goal, I don't know if it's realistic. My goal is to have 10,000 subscribers on the channel by Christmas. It's probably not realistic, but man, if you guys could share the video, do whatever you guys can to promote the video, I really, again, would appreciate it. I wanted this long term, and I cannot do that without you guys, so I really do appreciate it. But at the end of the day, guys, as always, I'm your boy Salvationselite, and we see you next time. I'm out. This is what we got for Hill 1 here. Middle Hill, Fountain Hill. This is what we got. So as you guys can see, the green zones are basically the largest and the most common spawns. So green represents the most common spawns, the ones that you're going to expect most often, and then blue is what you got to expect.